this for posterity and for those that couldn't join us. And I love the full hand. I'm reading fingerprints off of Pauline. That's awesome. That's cute. Hey, if we're not making fun of each other, you need to be making fun of me. First and foremost, thanks very much for coming to the party. This is our New Year's, and I'm about to, my team. I love our team, We just wanted to welcome you. Honest to goodness, we want to go through some things for you tonight, and I will apologize up front. Most of this is going to be us speaking and y'all listening. The tail end of this hour, however, is open forum for y'all to join on us. We just wanted to welcome you, bring you onto the team, and let you know that you are an integral part of the team, and we consider this all of us together to get this job done. I've invited all kinds of folks to join us, so you'll have people eavesdropping and listening, but the primary conversation is directed to the 17 district public image chairs, and we appreciate that very much. I very much appreciate your service, and thank you for that service. And the second paragraph would be congratulations, but you know what you're getting into, and honest to goodness, your role and our definition of our thought process of what your role is to serve the clubs in your district. If you're working harder than you think you should be, we're doing it wrong somehow. We're not helping you correctly. It shouldn't be you doing most of the work. It should be you as the conduit to the clubs. So with that said, welcome aboard. I would like to start with someone we've already identified and said hello to. Director Peter Kyle is on the call with us tonight. And I invited him in just to be able to say hello and welcome y'all as well. And we would welcome Peter and thank him for his service as well. If you don't know Peter, he's in the Rotary Club of the Capitol Hill. That's Washington, D.C. And Peter's bio is extensive, as you would imagine, and I am not going to touch it. I'm simply going to tell you that Peter Kyle is going to be good for these two zones, and we are looking forward to serving with him and beside him. Peter?
Well, thanks, Alex. Thanks for that nice introduction. Short and sweet, that's what I like. I'm delighted to be with you. Today is the first day of my term as an RI director. This is my first official Rotary engagement. This is my Rotary debut. I'm delighted that I should be in front of such a good audience. I recognize most of the people on the screen, and I'm thrilled to have the opportunity to work with you over the next year or two. When I was thinking about what to say, I kept on coming back to the themes. We've had so much talk about the themes, the presidential themes recently. Every so often there's a debate in Rotary that we should do away with presidential themes, and we should just have the one theme that unites us all every year, service above self. And I've never really been very keen on that idea. It's a very nice theme, but to have that theme year after year after year, I think we would lose a lot. I like the idea of having a different theme every year. And last year and this year, we have been blessed unknowingly with two brilliant themes. Rotary connects the world. The initial hope from President Mark was that we would highlight Rotary's relationship internationally with the United Nations, and we had scheduled 5 presidential conferences in association with the United Nations, in New York, in Santiago, in Paris, in Rome, culminating in an event in Hawaii. And then the pandemic came along, and things changed dramatically, as we all know. But all of a sudden, Rotary Connects the World was what it was all about. All of a sudden, excuse me,
So I'll start the soft shoe while Peter takes care of that phone call, and he'll come back to us here just momentarily.
All right, I'm back. One of the less attractive parts of being at home for months is that you realize how many robot calls one gets every day. I couldn't believe that we get so many of these stupid calls. So Forgive me for that. And Alex, I promised to pay a fine. I should have briefed my wife to take these calls while I was on the Zoom. Anyway, as I was saying, all of a sudden, we were able to connect the world in a way that we had never anticipated. In the last few weeks, I've given presentations to clubs in Norway, in Lebanon, in New Zealand, in other parts of America. And it's the same, I think, for all of us. So Rotary connects the world, all of a sudden had a great public image connotation. And now, as from today, our theme is Rotary Opens Opportunities. What a prescient theme. Holger Nack had no idea that the theme that he announced back in January in San Diego would suddenly have such meaning. My whole life is a result of a Rotary opportunity. As many of you know, I came to America as a young student on a Rotary scholarship 47 years ago. And my whole life since then has been a series of opportunities opened up by Rotary. And I suspect that many of you are the same. You've had lots of opportunities through Rotary, and this will continue as we move along. So I think the theme each year gives us a focus. It gives us something to unite around and promote and relate to. So I'm excited that we have the theme of Rotary Opens Opportunities. I'm extremely proud of the way Rotary clubs all over the world, but particularly in our two zones, 33 and 34, the way we have transitioned so quickly and so smoothly from an organization that met primarily in person to one that meets primarily online. Rotary estimates that around 75% of all the clubs in the world are now meeting online. So we have some work to do with the other 25%, and we have all sorts of plans as to how we go about that. And one of the things that has really made me very proud and really impressed Rotarians, the senior leaders in Rotary, is the innovation and the creativity. At first we thought, how do we induct a member online? No problem. How do we have speakers? How do we raise money? How do we do projects? Rotary clubs all around the world have come up with really creative solutions as to how we operate in a virtual world. We are moving slowly towards a hybrid where clubs in part meet virtually and part in person. And that may be the norm for quite some time. We'll just have to see. But in the meantime, the need to promote Rotary, the need to portray ourselves as an innovative, dynamic, future-oriented organization has never been greater. And I'm confident that we're moving in that direction. In North America in particular, we've seen an amazing increase in different types of clubs, veterans clubs, clubs of young mothers, cause-related clubs, clubs relating to language, clubs relating to disabilities. The format of clubs is changing dramatically. One of the issues we have is that we lose almost as many Rotarians each year as we invite. We don't have a marketing problem, we have more of a retention issue. And that's partly because the product that we're offering, for one reason or another, is not that attractive. So we need to experiment. We need to come up with different ways of meeting the demand of young people in particular. But I'm excited when I see the innovation and the creativity that has been demonstrated, as I say, particularly in North America. I'm very hopeful and very optimistic that we will get through this crisis and we will emerge much, much stronger. The core of our activity is going to be public image. And we have a superb team led by Alex. We all know Alex. He's just a star in Rotary. We have Billy, we have Johnny Moore, we have Jim Ferguson. I don't see LaShonda on the screen. Maybe she's on the next page. I think that's the team. And they're all experts. They've all been involved in Rotary for a long time. So we are very happy that we have such a strong team. I wish you all well. To the club public image chairs, good luck. We need you more than ever. And I'm quite sure that working with Alex and his team, the 2020-21 Rotary year is going to be one of the best years ever. And I'm delighted to be part of that, delighted to be sharing the Rotary journey with you. I wish you well. Please feel free to reach out to me and to my colleague, Stephanie Yerchik. Stephanie has another installation tonight, so she can't be with us. But both of us are available and we're anxious to help in any way we can. So thank you, Alex. Enjoy the party. I've got my glass of wine. I'm going to have a drink if that's all right. And I hope that the rest of you can share a glass of wine as we toast Rotary and we toast the success of Alex and his team.
Thank you, Peter, very much. Thanks for joining us. Thank you. Billy, if you'll take the screen. Billy Black, thank you, ma'am. At this point, we'd like to just introduce ourselves. So Billy's going to pull up the next slide there and show you our team card. And we're going to go around the loop a little bit. As you can see up top, that's me. I'm covering several districts, and you know that may change now that I'm moving. I doubt it, but currently I cover District 7710, 7720, and 7730. The screen changed on me. Billy, what did I do?
Keep talking. I'm trying to get the right card up.
So the what you'll see when the card comes back up is the five of us we've distributed ourselves so that we're actually listed as individual points of contact for individual districts. But the clarifying point is this: you can call any of us at any time for anything. And you'll see as we move through the year that we have specific niche in what we do. Some of us are much stronger in other things, and that's why the team model works. You know that as well as I do. So if you find someone that works with you, doesn't matter if they're assigned to your district or not, call any of us and or contact any of us, and we will work for whatever you need done. All right? Billy?
Yep.
Yep.
I'm struggling here. Sorry.
That's all right.
That threw me that that I missed that. Here's the real card. And never mind. Forget it. We have lost Jim Ferguson, and that's why I'm struggling. And we have added Ken Fleeson in his place. So,
and y'all just bear with us because this isn't, and here's a valid point for everybody. Leave it up, Billy. This isn't supposed to be Cecil B. DeMills. This is not, this is not, if we were all professionals at this, then it might be different. We're not. And things like this are going to happen to y'all, and things like this are going to happen to your clubs, and it's okay. So, we're not professionals. Thanks. Thumbs up there. Somebody honk for me. I mean, it's just us. Billy, throw it back up, and I'll let y'all go around it as need be, because I'd like to introduce everybody.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Is that what you want?
Yes, ma'am. Look at you. Billy, you're up. Welcome.
Oh, okay. Now I'm totally thrown. Actually, Patrick and Nancy are up.
No, ma'am. I want you to introduce yourself to this team and show them what districts you have.
I am Billy Black, and I was district governor with Alex in 15-16. And I have the western part of North Carolina, and all three of my public image gals are here. So a big shout out to Kim, Lisa, and Joan. Woohoo!
Excellent. Thanks, Billy. LaShonda, as Peter mentioned, is not on the call tonight. She's got a previous engagement. So I'll simply show that she has the Chesapeake Pets Arena, the Chesapeake Bay. That's 7600, 7610, 7620, 7630. She also has her home district, which is currently my home district. That's 7570. That's the western half of Virginia and northeastern corner of Tennessee. Ken, up to you.
Good evening, everybody. Can you hear me? Oh.
Yep.
Good evening, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you. Keep going.
All right, great. Yeah, good evening. Ken Fleeson from District 7280 and immediate past district governor now for 19 hours. And I have responsibility for District 7545, 7280, 7305, and 7360.
Thank you, Ken. Johnny?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Johnny Moore. I am from District 7770, and I am also an immediate past district governor for 19 hours. Great to be with everyone tonight. I'll be covering District 7750 as well as 7770. That is the entire state of South Carolina.
Thanks, Johnny. Billy, if you'll give us back the screen. Thank you. At this point, I'd like to introduce my counterparts. As you're aware of the structure, I am actually a coordinator. I'm a Rotary Public Image Coordinator. There are two other very strong, very primary coordinators on this call with us. And that would be Nancy Barbie, who's the Rotary Regional Foundation Coordinator, and Patrick Eakes, who is the Rotary Coordinator. So they're both on the call. I can't see them in the gallery somewhere, but they're both there. And I asked them to join us so that they could prove to you that we really are, depending upon how you want to describe this, the three-legged stool or the three pillars of Rotary or whatever. And I'll tell you before I ask them to say hello to you that we really do work well together. The three of us have fun. So without further ado, I'm not sure who's talking first, but Nancy and Patrick, thank you for taking time out to join the public image team tonight. Thanks.
Patrick, you can go first.
You went first to tell me to go first. Okay, I got it.
You got it.
All right. Can everybody hear me okay?
Yes.
Great. Yeah, you can describe the three of us a lot of ways, but I would start by just describing us as friends. We have all worked together in various ways. In fact, at one point, Nancy and I were assistant foundation coordinators together. Then she became the foundation coordinator. I was on her team. And Alex at that point was a district foundation chair. So we were all working together on Rotary Foundation. But the three areas really do go together. It's a real plus that the three of us get along so well. We communicate all the time, plan events together, touch base with each other. Nancy and I have probably already exchanged 20 chats during this. Not that we're not paying attention, but we're working on some membership stuff. So it's something that happens all the time, and it's important that these three areas work together because, from my standpoint on the membership side, we know that if we don't have a robust membership, kind of everything else falls apart. So that's where I'm focused. But beyond that, if we're having issues in membership, we're obviously not making the impact that we can on the public image side, and certainly on the foundation side, either from a dollar standpoint or a project standpoint. So I'm thrilled to be a part of this trio, and I'm thrilled to see so many friends on this call, including my immediate past president of my club, Lisa Haslett, a dear friend of mine, and so many other friends here I've gotten to work with. And I hope that I get the chance to meet those of you who I've not met before and a chance to work with you. So I'm going to be quiet now and throw it to Nancy, since she used to be my boss lady.
Boy, that's a new one. I like that. Thank you, Patrick. He said everything I was going to say. I should have gone first. Now I know. But he's exactly right. We are a team. The three of us work very closely together and work very well together. Membership, of course, is critical to our organization to grow. But in order to increase membership, we've got to tell the world what we do through public image. We've got to really put our message out there. But to make an impact, we've got to collect those dollars so that we can do more projects and support those in need around the world, not just locally, but also globally, because we are Rotary International. So it is very important that the three of us stay in communication, which we do. I'm working real close with Patrick right now, personally, on my own club. So for membership, because we're struggling. So he's given me a lot of great ideas. Of course, any public image that I need, any graphics that I need, Alex and his team are right there. We're all in this together. We're not out there alone. And all of you are on our team. And I say our team because all three of us are on a team as well as our assistants. So it is great to see everybody. I see some great leaders, and all of you are leaders on this call, and I see some great people here and that have done some wonderful things in your districts and are getting ready to do some wonderful things. Some brand new DGs that are on the call and in the helm, and then those immediate. Doesn't it feel good, Johnny, to be immediate past governor? Doesn't that feel good? Welcome to the past governor world, and Ken also. So wonderful to have all of you on this call, and I'll probably sneak out in just a little bit, but feel free to call any of us, and feel free to call the foundation team. Foundation team will be doing something similar to this as well. And then we're very excited to announce on the foundation is working closely with Rotary, the Ascension team for Rotary, because we are elevating Rotary to be, and they've been elevated to be our partner. So that's a new and exciting venue as well. So thanks again for having me, Alex, and Alex's team, and so good to see all of you. I enjoyed being here, and I'll look forward to working with you all this whole year. And anything you need, give us a call.
Thanks, Nancy.
Thank you
I'm
both.
going to step right in, Alex.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm just going to talk briefly about why you're here. Some of you are seasoned public image people, and I'm pointing out Aaron Sines and Joan Van Orman and Lisa Haslett and Mary Guest. Some of you have been doing it much longer than I have. So we're not by any means the experts. We're just here to coalesce and get you guys working together and sharing ideas, and hope that each year we all learn a little something from each other. So our job is to share great ideas with our clubs at the public image level. So I want you to think about the 50 clubs that you have, or more or less, and each one of those needs to have a public image chair. If they don't, I want you to go out and recruit one for each club, and then share with them what you're learning, something that's coming across, something that's exciting. We typically use a zone calendar, and let's see if I'm not totally inept. And this is the zone calendar that we start with. And 2 weeks out of each month, we'll say, you're coming up with membership month. And in membership month on Facebook and on your websites and in your clubs, talk about who we are and the value of Rotary membership. And we might have a video about that. We might have maybe Aaron will share us a picture, and we just give a brief, this is what's coming up, so that you don't think in your busy world, things don't fall through, such as World Polio Day. Sometimes we get right up on it and we forget it. So that's what we're going to do. And we recommend that you use a team on your district level. So if you are a team of one, it's helpful to have lots of people that you can count on. And you might work with your district governor and say, I'm thinking about adding these people to my team. What do you think? And they might have some ideas as well. Because what we'd like you to do in this first month is look at everybody's Facebook page and everybody's website and make sure, number one, that they have the new theme logo, and number two, that all of their Rotary logos are the new Rotary logos. We've been at this now for 4 or 5 years, I think, and there's still some logos out there that are not compliant. Not to say, you know, get that off of there, just say, can I help you get the right logo? And so LaShonda is not here, but she was going to talk very briefly about, now I'll see if I can find it. Are you seeing Rotary Zone 33 TV on your screens?
No, ma'am, not yet.
Okay, then.
Not yet.
I managed to start the video instead of sharing, so LaShonda actually created this Zone now.
Yes, ma'am.
Zone 33 TV for us, and this is where we put all of our videos. We try to find videos from Rotary, and we also, if you notice, we have all the winning videos.
Yep. Uh-oh, did Billy freeze? Is Billy the only one that froze?
Nope.
Oh, Billy's back. Thanks.
I'm sorry?
It's
You
it's the
froze for just a
buffering
minute.
from the video. If Billy, if you're running on Wi-Fi and you're trying to
Okay.
buffer a video and run Zoom at the same time, they interfere with each other.
Okay.
If you can hardwire into your internet, it typically solves the problem.
Right. And I had this, and Alex, I apologize. It is gone. So,
Okay, here's the important takeaway, if I might, Billy. Zone 33 TV, the YouTube channel. Please go find it. Please like it, subscribe to it. If you haven't yet, it's important. And it's got resources there that you can start just surfing now. We make little snippets and we post them up there. And if you come to us and say, I'd like to know how to do this, that, or the other, then we'll figure out how to post it and walk you through it. One of them in particular that you're going to hear about in just a few minutes is going to be, how do I log on to Rotary Club Central? And we went through that issue and made that video. So those type of things. And oh, by the way, at the end of this call tonight, probably tonight or tomorrow, you'll get another email from us with a little bit of a summary and some links in an email so that you can actually chase those things down. So no need for you to struggle with that website. I'll get it to you. Okay. Billy, is that good?
yep, that's good. Another website that we want you to be aware of is Zone, and let me share my screen. I found it, is Rotary International Zones 33 and 34. And this page, you'll find you all as district public image chairs, but you'll also find some resources. So just take a picture of RI Zones 33, 34. And on that page, you will find, let me get that out. Or not. You will find our resources. So if there's any documents, we'll put them out there as well. And that's all I've got, Alex.
Thanks, Billy. Johnny.
You know,
Now,
I get to do one of my favorite things in all of Rotary. I get to share with you all some thoughts about Rotary's vision statement. And this is something I think we need to be using more. There are a lot of different ways the Rotary vision statement is important to us, but one of the most important ways is that we can use it in our communities. You know, every organization, regardless of how large or small, should have a vision statement of some kind. And, you know, the best vision statements are those that are outward looking. You know, a company, for instance, that had a vision statement that says, we see ourselves making a pile of money this year, is probably not going to get a lot of traction with that vision statement. But, you know, it needs to be something that customers and other people can buy into. So, you know, a business might have a vision statement that says something like, we will be the highest quality supplier of widgets, providing our customers with value and unequal value and service. You know, customers, everybody can buy into that kind of thing. Well, think about Rotary's vision statement. Bill, if you want to go ahead and put it back up there, that'd be great.
I am trying to get it there. We're just going to put it up this way because every time I tell
Rotary's
it,
vision statement says, together we see a world where people unite and take action to create lasting change across the globe, in our communities, and in ourselves. Think about that for just a minute. That vision statement says everything we need to say about Rotary to someone who doesn't know about Rotary, says it in one sentence. It says who we are as Rotarians. It says what we hope to accomplish. It says what Rotary does. It's what we can share with people. When somebody comes and says, hey, tell me about this Rotary thing, you know, it's the basis for a great elevator pitch. But here's the challenge. You have to learn it. You have to learn the vision statement. You have to memorize it. You have to own it. Because once you own it, you can paraphrase it in so many different ways to make a lot of great elevator pitches. So when someone says to you, what's Rotary? You might answer with something like, and I'm glad you asked, because I love to tell people about Rotary, because Rotary, we see a world where, as the place where people can come together and take meaningful action. And we do it through service to mankind. We do that hoping to make some kind of positive change that's lasting not only in our communities, but around the world. And you know what? When we do that, we find that it changes us for the better too. Wouldn't you like to come join us? You know, it's one of those kind of things that who can say no to something that positive, that what you're offering, the opportunity for them to hear about. Now, it's really not hard to do. It's not hard to learn the vision statement. It's one sentence. It really is. So I challenge you, go back and learn it. If I can do it, then I'm sure you can do it better. Now, if you own it and get the Rotarians in your district to own it as well, then everyone can make it say whatever it is they want to say to attract others that will allow us to start moving towards growing Rotary's impact. This is one of the ways we can help impact membership in our districts. We have to have a good elevator speech, something that will bring people to the clubs and to our Discover Rotary meetings and whatever else we're doing to try to grow membership. The vision statement is a great basis for that because it does say so very much in just one sentence. Now, we're going to have a discussion session near the end of this call tonight, the Zoom call tonight. And during that, if you've used the vision statement yourself, or if you're planning to use the vision statement, maybe you want to share some of that information with us as well. We'd love to hear about it. Okay, so I'm going to move on to one other topic, and we're going to talk a little bit about the Zone 33 public image team. Well, it's not the public image teams, it's the club video contest. And it's something that we're all excited about. And the reason we're excited about it is because this past year, we had a record number of entries into this contest. And it was absolutely a blast to go out there and see what the clubs were doing and how creative they were in putting these videos together. And you know, those can actually still be viewed. Billy was over there on the RIZone3334.org website a little while ago. That's one place you can see them. You can also go to the Zone 33 TV, the YouTube TV station. But if you go to RIZones33-34.org/zone-33-public-image, you'll be able to see those videos there as well. Now, you should have all received a copy. All the public image chairs should have anyway. Should have received a copy today of the new trifold brochure for this year's video contest. Nope, Alex, they didn't get that?
They didn't, and it's my fault. I'm in the middle of moving out of this house, and I honestly didn't get to it today. You'll have it before I go to sleep.
Well, it's on the screen right now. So that's what it looks like. You'll be getting a copy of it. We'll make sure to get that out to you. So I was going to say, if you didn't get it, let us know. Well, Alex just let us know none of you got it. So we're going to make sure that you do. There are some things that we want to stress, and you want to stress to your clubs about the video contest. Number one, the videos must be 2 minutes or less. We had one this past year that went like 8 minutes. We can't do that. It's just, we can't ask our judges to take that much time to judge these things. They should highlight rather how the club is embracing this year's theme, Rotary Opens Opportunities. So ask your clubs to look at how they're doing that. What are they doing to embrace that theme and to put it into action? The other thing is that the deadline to enter, and we do mean the deadline, is May 14th, 2021. However, clubs don't have to wait until the May 14th or May 13th to send us those videos. Well, in fact, we would prefer that they didn't. We'd like to be getting those throughout the year. And we will be accepting them all year long. The method for submitting them is clearly stated in the trifold brochure. That's another point. And there are some tips for creating videos that are also in that brochure. Like Alex said earlier, we're not expecting people to be, you know, directors from Hollywood doing these things and film producers. We just want people to put out a video that shows what their club is doing. Now, I would suggest that as public image chairs and as district governors, you can use this as an opportunity to encourage your clubs to take on some new and exciting service projects or fundraisers. And they can get some great video snippets from those events that can be included in the final product. When the club members by the way, know that they're being filmed, and we saw this in some of the videos, and you'll notice it when you're looking at it. They'll tend to ham it up a little bit, and that's great because it really puts some fun into it, and people really start to see that the Rotarians there are having some fun. So that's another good point. And it can also create some great content for the club's Facebook page as well as your district Facebook page. So, lights, camera, action. Thank you, everybody, for listening.
Thanks, Johnny. Ken is going to talk to us for a few minutes about promoting your club.
Unmute, Ken. Ken, you're muted.
I'm sorry. Thanks, Alex. I'm not sure about the rest of you, but I think we all witnessed some pretty amazing things since the beginning of March when we were all forced to stay at home, and how many of our clubs reacted really quickly to find out how to meet, but more importantly, how they put their focus on what could they do to help those people in their communities. And I guess my guess is that a lot of the stories that I witnessed in our district were probably pretty much the same in your district, of how their focus was towards first responders, frontline workers, offering care packages to nursing homes, and the list goes on. But as we go into the new Rotary year, my guess is that our clubs are going to be met with some challenges. Will they be able to keep their members engaged, and will they be able to do as it relates to their fundraising activities? My guess is that many clubs will be looking for ways that they can help in their local communities with programs and projects that don't involve a lot of financial resources. They may also decide to partner with other organizations or find ways to involve others in the community. These projects are perfect opportunities for us to promote Rotary. And as we do things in our community, we need to be recognized for what we're doing. And we need to also be encouraging our clubs as they're doing those things to invite other organizations as well as members of the community to join in. As public image chairs of your district, I think that you may want to consider working with your district governor and your club public image chairs to find out what your clubs are doing for fundraising and service projects, and then share best practices with other clubs on how effectively they're involving others in the community and publicizing those events. And Johnny just talked about the video. The video is a great way to promote your clubs and to promote your district. So I would encourage that, those clubs that take the initiative to put that video together, they not only need to be sending it to us to be judged, to be posting that on their websites, their Facebook pages, anywhere they can to invite the public to take a look at what they're doing. I think this is a perfect opportunity for us to grow Rotary, to involve our communities, and to enhance our public image within our districts and in our clubs. Moving from there, I want to talk a little bit about the future of the Zoom schedule. What we're going to be doing as a public image team is around the 15th of each month, we will be sending you an email with some snippets of ideas or updates that we want to share with you. And then what we'd like to do is on the third week of each quarter, we would like to have a Zoom meeting with all the public image chairs from the districts. And it will be an open forum where you can exchange ideas, you can ask questions, and you can share information with the group on things that you found within your district that have been effective in promoting public image, as well as effective in promoting membership. The first of these meetings, we're going to try to schedule around the third week of July. And one of us will be sending you a poll to find out what day of the week works best for you. And then from there, we'll pick them up on a quarterly basis. Keep in mind, as Alex said before, you don't have to wait for the Zoom meetings to ask questions or request information from your coordinator. We're all available to help anytime. So with that, I'll turn it back to Alex.
Thanks, Ken. We are, in fact, people of action. If you haven't figured that out yet, step up. You know that. We know that. This is us. You know, we take action. We solve problems. We commit to challenges, and we solve them. So one of the ones that that we're going to turn to right now is the Feed 10 Million initiative. That in a footnote, you know, today is the day in Rotary world that every email in the free world goes out today. So you may have been inundated with them. If you're a DG, Nancy Whitlock, I can see you. Did you get an email from the directors today on this subject? Yes or no? Yeah.
I'm still making my way through my inbox. It's just coming like a tidal wave.
All right, Mike, you got one though, right? Someone got, if you're a DG, you got, okay, good. There is an email that went out today to the DG, DGE, and DGNs announcing a modification of a current program that the zones 33 and 34 have been running for a long time. And I personally think it started with Rotary Has Heart, and that was Ann Matthews' era, and it's morphed into a 10 million meal challenge. And this year we're changing the name ever so slightly, the directors are, and it's going to be called Feed 10 Million. It says the same thing. It is the same thing. We just wanted to do a little public image to it. What you will see is, and as your director, as your district governor starts talking about this in committees, it is our opportunity to do two things: help our communities. We're going to feed our own. We're feeding inside the footprint of zones 33 and 34. But what we're also trying to do is capture our efforts. And that refers to the Rotary Club Central comment I made earlier. Someone is going to have to know how to go on to Rotary Club Central in each club and input the information, the simple information that we fed 27 people or 37 people or 150 people, or we packed 4,000 meals with Rising Against Hunger. Point is, we need to champion this. And the DG's email that went out, the director's email that went to the DG today, talks about asking the DG to find a champion, a Feed 10 Million champion. We decided not to call it a chairperson or a chair because it's technically not one. We're looking for a champion. That champion may end up being you as a public image chair. So I wanted to talk to you about that because the zone public image coordinators are running the program for the directors. So by default, your district governor may decide that the best person to do that would be you as the district public image chair. That's up to y'all inside the district. But your district governor has the ammunition now and basically the job description on how to do this. What we're looking for is simply a champion in each district that will support the clubs and get them online with simply logging in what they do. In the past years, we were weighing food, we were measuring what we were doing, there was a system of if you worked X number of hours and it must have made X number of meals. We've gone away from that this year. It's hopefully much simpler. It's this: how many people did you feed? Period. Because that's different. You can't put, $17 is worth, 36, 38, 47 meals, because those prices vary if you're downtown DC or if you're in rural Virginia where I am. You simply want to know how many meals you fed and catalog it. There's two places to put that. The club's going to put it into Rotary Club Central, and the club's going to put it into a Google form that is on the RI Zones 33, 34 website. So stand by. Your district governor team or the DG, DGE, DGN may ask you what you know about it. Simple answer is not much. They know more than you do right now based on the documents that they got today. I decided not to send it to y'all because it's not a fait accompli that you're going to have the job. However, it is a huge initiative that the directors want to undertake, and I think we all would agree that feeding our own is as important as anything we do. So that's coming down the pike. More on that later, but I don't need to amplify any further than that. I don't think. I just wanted to touch base with that. The reason you got this apron on is because we used these last year as fundraisers for 10 Million Meal Challenge, which is now called Feed 10 Million. These aprons, Billy, do you have that form up? I don't know if you.
No.
Billy, okay, don't worry about it. I'll send you that tomorrow in that PDF or in that email. There is a PDF that you can order these aprons directly from Russell Hampton. And they have price breaks depending upon how many you buy. But effectively, and quite honestly, this apron costs about $13.50 or $14 after you add in the shipping and the taxes. And we sell them for $20. And that delta was used for fundraising. This past year, the Rotary that ended yesterday, your public image team raised a little over $2,000 just in Zone 33 to help feed hungry in our zone. Zone 34 is going to join us this year as well, and we're going to try to do it again. So I would like for you to consider wearing this anytime in any place that you think is appropriate, and I'll send you the documentation so that you can have your clubs order them directly from Russell Hampton, which is probably the easiest thing to do. And then I'll give you this personal footnote and tell you that I happen to have about 280 of them in my next room over here at the house because we were selling them in person, and then, as you know, things stopped and we aren't visiting in person anymore. It's okay. Inventory is inventory and they don't go bad, but I got some I can move. If you're looking to take them from me, I'll ship them to you. Again, $20 for the apron, and that the delta goes directly to the Feed 10 Million program. More on that later. All right?
Now, the one thing that we want them to do about the Feed 10 Million meals is to publicize it, because last year lots of people fed it, but we didn't hear about it. So that's the piece that you can encourage them to, every time you do a feeding project, publicize it.
Extremely valid point. You're right. We can't see into your clubs. You can. And to a point, you can't see into your clubs if you're not actively engaged. And some of you have an awful lot of clubs. So if you know they're feeding something, help us help them. Ask them if they're capturing that data and posting it up on a Rotary Club Central and in the zones. Because what we're really trying to do is, we know we're feeding 10 million people. We just want to capture that data, because without public image, talking about ourselves in front of our neighbors, they will never join. That's the bottom line. Public image is a soft science. We don't have numbers like the foundation does. It doesn't have a dollar sign in front of it. We don't have numbers, black and red, as far as membership loss and gain. We are the softer science, but we do as much as they do. And we, as Nancy and Patrick mentioned earlier, we work so well together. It's all so intertwined. So that all being said, I want to ask my team if anybody has a saved around. Anybody leave anything out before we open it up? Excellent. At this point, from here forward, and I'm so proud we're ahead of schedule, and we are ever so slightly. We're here for another 12 minutes if you want to be. If not, we're completely done. This is now a chance to just ask questions and talk and open it up to anybody that has anything. So anybody have a question or a desire or a comment? You hear me talking too much, so I'm going to quit.
Hey, Alex, it's Nico. So just quick question for you and your team. Can you share with everybody how long you guys have been on the public image team, and if it's just for this year, or will some of you carry over to next year?
Certainly.
So as we're doing planning.
Certainly. Thanks very much. I was an assistant public image coordinator for 3 years, and this is now the very first day of my second day, or second year. So this is now the start of my 5th year on the zone level public image team. Billy?
Yeah,
Billy was a member Billy was a member last year. This is her 2nd year as an assistant. LaShonda was an assistant. I stepped on somebody. LaShonda was an assistant last year, and she's on her 2nd year. And Ken and Johnny are starting their first year today.
For 3.
For 3 years. It's typically a 3-year tour. It's like you serve at the pleasure of the president. You know, it's kind of a 3-year tour. Thanks.
Unless Peter fires one of us.
I just wanted to say hello. I am the new public image person in the Charlotte area, and I work with Mike Walker and Billy. I have a lot of background in media. I was a television anchor woman for 30 years. I know I don't look it. And I have a media production company now. So that's kind of where I come from. I am the reality of this, I guess. So I will definitely offer the other side of the coin for you guys.
Excellent. Thank you so much. And Kim and Mike, thanks for that email. I did watch that video. Very nice. Very nice.
This is Frank Cox. We're doing so much Zooming and virtual communication. Can we get some zone backgrounds and some Rotary opportunity backgrounds that we can use to continue to do some branding and promotion?
There are a bunch of them available. You mean Zoom backgrounds like you have right now?
Yeah, but not that they're all generic Rotary. They're not Zone 33. There's no new logo background yet. I checked the Brandon Center today.
Somebody posted one on the Facebook group for public image. They actually posted a link to a Google folder with a Zoom background that has the Rotary as well. It has the lockup logo on it.
And Aaron Signs is really good at that. If he stays up late tonight, we might get one out of him.
Well, if you could send out some links, it would sure help. Thank you.
Okay. And we'll take that for action.
I have a quick question. I know a lot of people have been talking about it, especially today. So just kind of clarification, the Rotary Opens Opportunity logo, it's internal purpose only, if I'm correct. So should we, use it for outside the club, or should we have clubs? I mean, I know there's no Rotary Police, but there's Rotary Police, and I just think if we want our clubs to do it correct, we should do it the same. So, I mean, I'm just looking for some direction on that stuff.
So actually, I'll give you this now. There is a Rotary Police, and he's talking to you. It's me. Really and truly, logos, wearing the brand, things like that. If somebody doesn't correct us as a generic group, then we don't really move forward. So unfortunately, I'm probably the police. But and I would. That being said, I'm the policeman with no ammunition. You know, I can't enforce anything. I can recommend that we're not following Rotary's guidelines. And a club is an autonomous unit, so we can tell them all day long that what they're doing isn't really what we really want them to do, and they can thank us very much and do whatever they want. So the only thing I can ask y'all to do is make sure that your home club is right and struggle your very best to lead by example.
Alex, answer the question.
You must be a politician.
Billy is my sounding board. Billy, answer the question.
Yes. And that's what's so confusing to outsiders, is that we have a different theme every year. And if we stick that out there in the public, they get confused. Folks get confused. So our outward looking face should be the Rotary theme behind your head. That's great. But
master brand, the master brand is what we wrote. Sorry, I'll answer the question. I try not to answer it very much. You have to understand that Billy and I go way back. We'd really like to see you just simply use the master brand and twist it as needed by putting the club up and down on the back side of it, but this is legitimate. That's right. That's okay. So, but the annual theme, you're right. It's an internal thing.
Okay. And that's what I thought. And like I said, I mean, we can't force people to do it, but
right.
I know for myself and my club, and hopefully for my district, I mean, I want to make sure we're doing as much correct, because it just, because if you don't, it just, puts you back, and not doing what we're supposed to be doing. So
Right. Absolutely. Sorry.
Let
I
me
heard you
ask,
guys mention about Facebook pages. Does this Zone 3334 have a Facebook page or a Facebook group?
Yes, it is.
We do.
Okay, what's the name of the group?
Zone 3334, I think.
Do we need to be invited in that, or can we just like it?
Invited.
Look, well, go out there right now and look. Can you do that and stay connected?
I will try.
I'm going to do it on my phone, but I can't see as well on my phone.
It's Rotary Zones, and that's plural, 33 and 34. I'm one of the administrators. Yes, it takes an invitation and an acceptance.
So do we
I just went to the page and it asks you certain questions. So you can say join, and then it'll ask you certain Rotary questions, and then it has to be accepted by Alex.
Okay.
There's a bunch of us that are administrators. We just try not to get fished and lurked on, and the new policies that are in place for all that kind of stuff. But
Saul, that's a great idea. I'd like for all of you to go out there and do that so that you can see, and then we'll go out and like your district's pages.
Awesome. Because I usually go to the RI Facebook
I just put the
page
link to
get
the Facebook
information.
page in the chat box.
Thank you, Lisa. Appreciate that. If y'all are looking at the chats, wherever it is, you have them on your screen. It's down there right now, thanks to Lisa. Who else? And we don't have to stay to the top of the hour. If y'all are done, we're done. That's good. All right, Billy and I have been sitting in classes since 2013, so she'll chastise me a little bit here because I'm going to talk again. But I just wanted to close out and thank you. On behalf of the zone team, we can't do what we do without y'all. And I see district governors and district governor-elects on here too. And as important as anything else, I appreciate you giving up an hour of your time for a committee Zoom call that really wasn't an obligation to you. It shows a lot, and I appreciate it very much. Public image is important, but again, it's a soft science, and it happens in the background a lot, and no one ever realizes it, and nobody thanks you for it very often. But it's kind of neat to see things happen. It's neat to see the foundation raise more money. It's neat to see the Rotary coordinators gain more members. It's what we do as a team. And what you do as a team member in your district, working with your clubs, will pay huge dividends. And I just can't wait to help you. Call us, email us, text us anytime. We're also up on WhatsApp because the zones are up on WhatsApp. So you can find us that way as well. Reach out any way you want to reach out. We'll come back to you. And we will send an email out. And again, I personally apologize. My world has been turned upside down. I have to be out of this house by the 15th. And we didn't expect that until 2 days ago. So I'll try my very best to get the emails to you in the next 24 hours and summarize it and send you the links that we talked about. And again, go out and have a good time. Start brainstorming it now and, just have some fun. Find the people of action that are around you and surround yourself with them. They're contagious. And you're
Alex,
contagious.
before you let them get away, Kim, who is one of my public image districts in 7680, requested, and we are going to, in July, we're going to have our Zoom meeting, be you all talking to each other about what you need, what you have to share. And it sounds like Kim just offered to help us all do videos. So this is truly a sharing, and Aaron's going to help us with pictures. So the July Zoom meeting will be the first quarter kickoff, and that's what we're going to be doing for the most part.
I want to say a quick thank you from Team Galaxy, the DGEs. There's several of us on, and we are excited about our year next year and are learning and growing our plans because of your leadership and your input. Thank you so much.
And Hugh, if you can, each of you that is a DGE should have a public image person on the team so that they're up and running on July 1 of next year. So just to, I hear Nico's
Yeah.
ready.
We're all
Pointing to
working
Kim.
on
I'm going to give her a little hint for next year.
I think one of the things we might want to do in the next call too would be ask Mary Gask to explain what's going on in District 7770 with public image team and how they're divided, and have a person assigned from public image to all of the other committees in the district. It's quite interesting and quite inspirational to me. I'm encouraged by it.
So thanks very much for joining. We're on the hour and I'm trying to start on time and stop on time. So here's the summation. You have, if you're a district public image chair, you have one task to figure out when you're available for a Zoom call on the 3rd week of July. Email, P-mail, something, a Google survey, a monkey, there'll be a monkey. Johnny, how are you going to send that out?
I'm going to send it out by MailChimp.
Yep. We're going to get it out to you. That's your tasking, is to stand by and be able to answer that so we can get all together. And as he said, the next meeting, it's all about everybody just talking. We'll have a couple of pieces, a couple of 5-minute snippets, but we'll block off an hour and we'll just be a family again. All right. Thank you all so much for joining us. We very much appreciate it. Y'all be safe out there and thank you. Good night.
Good night.
Thank you, Alec, and thank you, Billy.